together so we can understand your goals and see if this is something that'll be a fit for what we're looking for and see what we can get done.
Okay. All right, awesome. So Kimberly, I was looking at the listing and I guess it was on the market, but there was only so much information on the internet. So can you tell me a bit more about, I guess, what is possible right now? How far along are you guys as far as the entitlement, if that's done? Just a little bit more information about that project would be great. Okay, yeah. So right now we're just in the engineering stage. Okay. We did meet with the city and verify that we can put those units there. And that they, then they told us that they would be in full agreement with helping us with whatever that we need because they actually need that development to come in. It'll benefit. Okay. Was telling me about how to benefit them in the city and a lot of different things. And so they said that they would not be opposing anything with their development. So anything that he actually also has called me and asked me an update on getting the other paperwork that needs to be submitted by my engineer, getting that in. So they're excited about the project. And basically we have it's zoned up to 66 units. My engineer has only gotten 53 on there. I had another guy that came out, a developer came out. He's the engineer probably could get more than that on there. Maybe with a different setup, he could get more. And so pretty much that's where we are with it. Okay. What's the zone for it? Oh, sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead. Yeah, I just wanted to, I guess, give you a quick overview as far as from my perspective. So it's already zoned for it. You guys already had planning meetings. They're not opposed to it. It seems like they're actually excited about it. And according to your engineering, you can only get about 53 sites. So are we talking single family, townhomes, or townhomes? Townhomes, okay. Is your engineering doing it in a group of 4 or 6? What kind of variation are you guys doing? I think he's doing, I want to say he's doing it in a group of 7, but I could be wrong. Group of 7, okay. Interesting, okay. I could be wrong. It could be 4, I could be wrong about that, but. Okay. Yeah, generally speaking, from builders' perspective, 4 is better. We don't really like 3 or 6. But I can get clarification on that on my end as well. So you guys already have gotten a survey done and a pre-plat done on this? Yeah. Okay. And what about the utilities? We haven't done anything that we probably would go into next. I've been talking to my engineer about that, so he'll be doing that next. But we haven't gotten into that yet. But we did when we met with the city. Everybody was utilities. Everybody that is probably about 50 people there. But yeah, went over pretty much all of that. They said that they would work with us to whatever they need to do on their end to assist us if we needed some type of assistance and pretty much. So, but that's how I guess are the utilities. Okay, so are the city water or county water, city sewage or county sewage line or the line? City water. Yeah, so it would be septic. City water. No, it's city. It's not county, it's city. Oh, okay, city water, city sewage. Regular water. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's regular sewage. Okay. I guess my concern was, look this parcel up, it didn't have a lot of road frontage. So have you talked to the city, and if you've got an engineer involved, I'm sure he's looked into it, wide enough for to support a subdivision back there? Yes, there's going to have to be some road. They did talk about the road. I talked to DOT in that meeting, and DOT, they gave us the requirements of what's they're going to need, they're going to need 2 entryways, 2 entryways in and out. So we have that set up in the engineering. They did not mention anything about having not enough any roads or anything. They told us what those road dimensions needed to be. But as far as with widening up roads or anything like that, they did not mention that.
Okay. And I assume your engineer probably looked into it as well.
Yes, he did. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Hold on.
Sure.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I thought it was emergency. They just kept calling. Yeah. So the engineer, he has what originally when we submitted the plan before we could even get to the engineer stage, they had us to correct some of the roads with the width, and so the like pre-plan I sent in, they had us to update roads, and so. There was no update for the road on the main road. I don't think that that's something that they're going to be asking us to do on that road when you turn in. They did want it to be a certain width, and they want those two entryways. Two car. They wanted two areas for two cars to park at one lot, one house or one townhome.
Okay. No, that makes sense. That was kind of the biggest thing that I was kind of concerned about. Now, in your rendering, it only showed about 35 buildings, which I assume they're duplex, I guess. Is that kind of showing the total amount?
Yeah. It's going to be, they're going to be probably with the they're still townhomes, yeah. So there'll be an individual townhome for
2 stories, also?
Yeah, 2 stories.
Okay. Would you, I guess, as far as the price, before we get any further on that, what did you guys have in mind for this?
And now, you said what was your name again? Was it?
Yes, sir. It's AJ, ma'am.
AJ, okay. I did know that. Okay.
Yeah, let me do a quick intro. Yeah, no worries. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Go ahead.
No. I looked the project out. Like that's the idea. So I wanted to do what you guys are doing. Like trying to do.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
That's my honest truth. Because I've sat on it for a while, and I kind of was playing around with just different numbers to see how I can maximize this property. So I came up with it. So, but like I told Carlos, I will it for the right number because then I would do it. But then if I didn't get that number, then I would just sit on it and just build it out, even if it took me longer, short, or whatever. I would just sit on it and build it out. Even if I had to do it with her, and I couldn't do it with my contracting license, I had to get somebody else. I would just, take my time and just get it done. So that's the thing. So, me and talking yesterday about it, and we were really to come up with a number. So we really just wanted you guys to kind of like make an offer on it, what you would be willing to pay for it, and then kind of come from there. Because to be honest, like I feel like either if we did say we're gonna be losing, but figuring it out, it may take a little bit longer from us. We're not as experienced probably as you guys. You guys probably been doing this for a while. But
yeah, I was just gonna say, I should have done a quick intro, Kimberly. So I'm based out of Raleigh. We've been doing this since 2018. And we started out kind of flipping homes. We did about 30 a year. Then we got into development, and we're doing new construction as well now, right? So we got one of our projects happening in Spencer, town of Spencer, right beside Salisbury. 20 townhome, early stages, but we're going through the city, and they seem excited about townhomes as well, right? So, I guess, obviously, one thing I'll be upfront with you, Kimberly and Kyle, we're not going to be the party to come in out, swing in and pay over it, just because there are a lot of options out there, right? But we do pay market value. We are reasonable. It just needs to make sense. So before I even give you a number, there's different exit points that you could go with. Sounds to me that you want to sell at the subdivision approval, right? And then you would expect us to do obviously the construction drawings and all that. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So what is the timeline for Rural Hall to review once you submit it to the approval? Yeah, I was just gonna say, I asked that because it's been really kind of dramatic city to city. So Spencer takes a month, Raleigh will take 12 months. I'm just kind of curious about that.
Yeah, so from my understanding, it takes about 2 months, maybe, from my understanding. Okay. This guy, I can call him and I can actually, I literally have had a lot of contact with him, so I can actually call him and ask him and say, what is your timeline? Once we submit this final out, what is your timeline? And he'll answer me right away, like he'll call me back. So I can find that out for you. Okay.
Yeah, that would be great. That'd be great.
So do you have the experience? Because honestly, I have a bank like that will work with me if I have this experience.
With an experience.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, with experience, can back up and say, yeah, I've done this, I've done that, and I have a bank. She's just waiting on. She just asked contractor to quote it. She has a number that she needs me to be within, but she's, hey, give me the quote and I'll see what we can do to work close to that number. She's already given me a number and an amount, but I need someone that can produce, say, yeah, I can sell it right here. But at the end of the day, of course, yes, just like you said before, yeah, I would like an exit point to get this thing up turnkey and then kind of pull out of it and exit out of it. But I also, like I said, I have that out on the table to build it too, because I am talking to lenders and I am trying to get the funding to start the build as well.
Yeah, I mean with this, they want to see a rep sheet as far as what you've done. So I get that, and partnerships, we've explored that before. I just don't have enough underwriting numbers in front of me to kind of be able to give you an answer on that, honestly. I wanted to get as much information as possible for us. There was just limited, information available online, and then I looked through the GIS on, but I wanted to, confirm all those pieces. So have you done, when you did your underwriting, right? And I don't know, and it's okay if you didn't, but I'm curious, like, do you know what they could sell for as far as a duplex building with a house each side?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what kind of variation you use as far as bedrooms and 1,000 square foot?
From my understanding, I've gotten about 3 quotes on that, on 3 different ends, and we're looking about $350 to $375, and then one that said $400. They would definitely be they would put them up to $400. So
each side.
Each unit.
Okay, each unit.
Yeah, each unit. Each unit. So that means that times that whatever amount, and then minus any type of deductions or anything.
Well, I guess how many square foot is that comp?
That square footage is going to be somewhere between that 13 and 15. I had it set at 16, but I was told that that's a little bit too high. I need to put them down a little bit, the square footage, and put them down to about anywhere from 13 to 15. And still going to be that amount.
This is what I mean by problems.
Okay. I assume 3.2, 2.5? 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath? Okay.
Yeah, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, either 2 bedroom. Yeah, but 3. Yeah.
Okay. And be 2-story. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're interested in selling once you have a subdivision plat approved, and we take over and then we do the CDs, construction drawings. So, I mean, that obviously would be an added cost on us. And then another question mark on my head, in my head is the horizontal development. Have you guys ran any numbers on that as far as what it's going to take to do a horizontal development? And it's okay if you haven't. You know, we've got a underwriter that can do that, or an analyst. But I'm curious if you've ran any numbers on that.
Let me think. So. Go back to my notes. Right now, I've gotten a couple of different quotes on that. That's going to be anywhere between, now this is the high end. I'm just giving you the high end because you guys, I haven't bid it out to anybody. And that's one of the things that the city told me to do for me, that they would bid it out to some people. And so on my end, I got anywhere from that 600 to 800,000 range.
Okay, I know that sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Yeah, so that's what I've done so far, and that was just basically a quote from just a couple of random companies that I bought out there before we decided to start the project, and I thought that was pretty decent with it, and yeah. I had a bigger project that was like way bigger, like 250 apartments that I was looking into last year. Getting like 250. This is not this location, it was at another location. And the project billing out so came out to like 10 million. Like it was way it was way less than it was like 10 million for this particular project. So this project, I feel like it's gonna be pretty decent. It's not gonna be like on the bad end at all. Like I feel like it'll be on a pretty decent end.
Okay. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if I have any other questions for you.
Okay.
Here's what I'd like to do, Kimberly and Daryl and Kyle. I'll go ahead and send this over to our land analyst. Basically, he'll just do probably what your engineer did, which is just do a chicken scratch kind of plat drawing to see if that works with city ordinance and so on and setbacks. Once I have an idea on that, confirm, I guess as far as the horizontal, I'm assuming topography is pretty. What is that like?
No, it's kind of going down. It's got a slope to it going down in the middle. Mm-hmm.
You know by how many feet?
I'm not sure. No. I know that it goes down on both sides, but it's not. When we bought it, the guy who sold it to us, he took us to it. It was like not too far from there, and it was kind of just like the same type of slope. And he showed us that. But the slope is, I guess we would do it different because we got bigger units. I mean, a lot more units, but that slope is not real bad. I've seen other slopes that I was trying to purchase property with, and it was kind of like real heavy, bad like slopes. But it's not. It's something that you can walk down easily without falling or having the stuff on. You can just walk straight down and straight up.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I guess as far as a number, Kimberly, I won't have that for you guys now. So let me run it through my analyst and just confirm a few things from the utilities. If you could, Kimberly, send your planner staff contact at that county to Daryl. I'd love to have a quick conversation with him and just kind of get his initial thoughts on this. and then more than likely, I could probably have him back to you by this Friday, or maybe we can do another call, or at the
Deal
latest,
connect.
we can do it the
You
following
gotta know how
Monday.
Okay, no
Connect
rush,
people.
no rush. Well, yeah, that's fine. Just keep me posted, communication through there or too.
Brooks has sent that to me.
That's great. Sounds good.
Connected with my
Thank
boy
you,
right here.
Kimberly. Nice connecting with you.
Potential
Alright, thanks.
50, 100,000.
Take care. All right, Daryl.
All right, guys. So that was that call, quick call. It was my lunch break, but I had to handle that quick call. And here go my partner calling me back. I'll talk to y'all later. Hey, AJ.